You ready? Me and Sweetie are doing our first Q&A. We are excited. I have some delicious duck treats she will be eating. Hopefully she will stay for the whole Q&A session. And thank you so much to everyone who asked some questions. Some of them were really good. And I even had a Sweetie question, so I love it. I'm going to be doing some real random plant stuff while I do it, so it's not boring. So hopefully you're interested, and stay put. I don't have any treats in my hand right now. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you could choose one of your plants to instantly double in size, which would you pick? That's a good one. To instantly double in size? Man. Oh, instantly double in size. I would have to say my Philodendron melanonii. She's already big and she has about, sorry, I'm staring at her right now. She has about 12 huge leaves. And no, if she could instantly even get bigger than that, that would be awesome. She's, yes, just, she's so beautiful. But that, I would have to say her for sure. Next question. Does Sweetie have a favorite plant? Do you have a favorite plant? What is it? What do you enjoy most about being a plant mom? I would say, because especially my plant room, it's just so therapeutic for me. Not even just my plant room, my bedroom too, because I have plants everywhere there. I love being a plant mom because plants, they are just so therapeutic for me. The fact that I'm taking care of and responsible for a living being aside from this one, right, Sweetie? Just knowing that and just caring for them, literally nurturing the plants. And plants are just beautiful within themselves too. So I really love that about being a plant mom. I really never saw myself being a plant mom either, which is crazy where I am now. But here I am and I love it. Dear Janae, your dog is adorable. Say thank you. And I would like to know if you have any good tips on how you treat pests on plants and how to get rid of them. Greetings from Luxembourg. Awesome. First of all, hey, I think it's amazing. I know YouTube is for all over the world, but it's just amazing seeing people from literally all over the world watching little old me. So good tips to treat pests on plants and how to get rid of them. My goodness, if y'all saw my recent plant tour video, y'all saw my my best friends, the fungus gnats, and they come back full force. Honestly, I'm always consistently treating pests. I'm sure a lot of people are with plants. It's just a part of having it, but to really help keep them at bay, if I'm consistent, especially with fungus gnats, is to I'll do the mosquito bit, put mosquito bits on the soil or in the soil, or do mosquito bit tea. That is one of my favorite ways for fungus gnats. Or I'll water with peroxide every other watering, give or take. That's for fungus gnats. In regards to thrips and mealybugs, spider mites, I will use a systematic spray. I'm seeing more of things that can take care of it aside from systematics. And so when I finish the current ones I have now, I'm going to slowly venture off to those, but that's what I use as of now. If you're consistent with it and do what you're supposed to, like, it should help keep them at bare minimum. But as you see, my fungus gnats, I just haven't been on top of it as usual. but they are definitely annoying. And I never mentioned this before, but I've been having it for almost a year now. A catchy system. I'll show it here. But yeah, the catchy, it helps a lot with fungus gnats. I've just been too lazy to put in a new sticky pad, so it hasn't been on for the past few days. But yes, that I swear by that as well. Okay, I have several. Hope that's okay. Okay, part 1. What inspired you to start your plant mom journey? What inspired me, I literally remember, is August 8th, 2020. Me and my friends, we went out to brunch, and then one of my friends decided to go to a plant shop that was not too far from the place we were eating at. And I never been there, or my other friend. It was 3 of us. Anyways, we went there, and I just literally just fell in love with all the plants there. And both of my friends got me a plant, and ever since then I was literally obsessed. I Googled and researched every single plant I would want, or that they got me, and then my collection just started growing from there. That's what inspired me, I would say, in my adult life. However, I did, when I was younger, grow up with plants. My mom kept them around the house too. So in reality, it's really like a full circle moment, since I've had it, you know, really throughout my whole life. You're a good girl. Cause you're such a good girl. Huh? Cause you're so sweet. You're so sweet, sweetie. In the beginning, how hard was it for you to get to know your plants, to take care of them well? It wasn't that hard. Going a little bit back on what I just said, like, I Googled everything, YouTube everything, and to see, sorry, I'm staring at the soil, to see what kind of plant it was, what to do with it, how to water it, and all the things. So I want to say it was as hard. I started with like 2-3 plants, and I had that for a while, and then I started slowly building my collection. Every single time I got a plant, I would literally Google the heck out of it. Google, YouTube, Reddit, Facebook groups, because I just wanted to know so much about it, because I didn't want to kill the plant. I would have been like really sad. That was one of my main things when I started. I was like, okay, if I do this, I don't want to get it and then kill it within like a week's time, because I would be just so disappointed. And I told myself, if I end up doing that, then I'm just not going to buy any more plants, just stop from there. And now we see where I am now. What plants did you completely give up on in the start of your journey? And when you became more experienced, did you try giving those plants a try again? What plants did I completely give up on start of my journey? Oh, the plant that comes to my mind is calatheas. Every calathea I've had, I've killed. I only have one right now in my collection. I used to have like 5, but I haven't gave up on them yet because they're so pretty, and I'm determined to keep them alive and thriving. So, yeah, I would say, I guess I would still say calathea, because the one I have now, I've been having it, actually over a year. She's been sticking with me strong. Yeah, I would say the calathea, since I haven't purchased one in a long time too. I always see them, they're so beautiful, especially the orbifolia, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I want you, but I'll kill you in a week. So, and when you became more experienced, did you try giving those plants again? Well, with the calatheas, yes, I did. After I've killed so many, I was like, okay, I can do it. Let me try it again. I can, do it, but I can't do it. So, but honestly, I'll try again. You'll see in one of my videos, I come home with a calathea. You good? We got a few more questions, okay? Okay. You need a break, a snack break. Yeah. Can you touch? Oh, good touch. Wait. Yes, good weight. Next question. What has been the hardest plant for you to grow now? Multiple. My orchid. No, she's alive, but she hasn't really grew any. I've had her since May. It would have to be multiple plants. Hardest plant to grow now. My orchid and my Hoyas, for sure. Y'all hear me say a lot, Hoyas aren't my best friend. I have them, but they're like looking at me all crazy because they're not thriving. But they're doing okay. But I would say those are the hardest for me. And those people are like, oh, you just do this, do that. But there's always some plants that other people do extremely well with than others, because that's just how it is. And I just feel like lately that's how it's been with me in Hoyas. But with that being said, I have kept them alive for a while though. I haven't killed any, so yeah, I would say Hoya. Next, has Sweetie ever destroyed any of your plants? And what plants are toxic to dogs? CD, do you get into plants? Thankfully, no. My precious angel, she doesn't care about them at all, which I'm glad for. She doesn't even like sniff them. She has no interest in them basically. So I'm very glad about that, because I would say about 90% of my plants are technically toxic to dogs and cats if they were to ingest a lot of it. I don't have any treats. But she doesn't bother them at all. And in regards to the plants that are toxic to dogs, I actually did a video on that a while ago when I first started my channel, and I will link it somewhere up here. Okay, I feel like I'm moving so slow with this plant, but obviously I can't multitask. What's a plant that is way too overhyped? Because I mean, I read blogs and stuff, and when they talk about that, honestly, I don't care. I don't mean that in a mean way. I just don't. I don't get into that. And I don't believe something is overhyped if a lot of people like the same plant because of the variegation or just the texture of the leaves, whatever. That's completely fine. I don't think that makes it like whatever. That's a whole other thing, but I'm not into that. It's fine if someone likes a plant a lot. Whatever. What's your most expensive plant and your least expensive plant? My most expensive one is my baby girl, Summer Glory, behind me. She was, I believe, $54. And my least expensive plant, well, if you want to include freebies, my Hoya Bella was free from Facebook Marketplace. And my Baltic Blue on the plant wall was also free, and also from the same person. There's this one girl, she always has the most bomb plants and such a kind heart and gives away free plants at times. But yeah, those were my free ones. But my least expensive one that I actually purchased myself, that would have to be, there's several. I can't think of the specific ones off the top of my head, but the ones I've got from either Homes or Home Depot, where they have the plants in like the 3-3 inch pots, you know, the small plants, and they're like $3.98 or $4.98, something like that. I have several like that. I know, including a Syndaptus pictus that I ended up potting with another one, but those would be my least expensive ones for sure. Okay, next question. First of all, oh, I'm sorry. Sweetie is adorable. Recently had to surrender my fur baby. So sorry about that. So doggy pics are hitting different for me at this time. I would like to know what your general steps are to rehab a plant. I have a Dieffenbachia that does not want to do right. To keep this brief, it has all the proper conditions, but has done nothing but drop leaves. The 2 new leaves that were present when I bought it act like they can't open either, but I'm not ready to give up. Ooh, my steps to rehab a plant. Ugh, I don't know. I want to say mine's is like so unconventional or just like, I don't know. It's gonna be a horrible answer. I don't really have steps. I mean, to rehab it, if it's doing like real bad, I'll just cut it all the way down to the stem. Plants are so resilient, though it will eventually grow back. Honestly, that's what I would do in your situation with the Dieffenbachia, which I have done with the Dieffenbachia before. I just cut all this the leaves off and cut the stem, and then it started doing new shoots. But also too, make sure you check the roots. Make sure the roots are good, and also of course check for pests first, and then check the roots, and then go from there. And I also did do a root rot video too that you can look at if it does have root rot. But yeah, keep me updated because I know that question was actually a while ago, so I hope your Dieffenbachia is doing well now. Okay, the last ones. Which plants are great for little sunlight? I have a foliage plant, a baby one. It's been growing fine, but one of the leaves have turned yellow and I'm thinking I might have overwatered it. Any pointers? Okay, which plants are great for little sunlight? Well, there's several different ones. Snake plants, ZZs, pothos are real good, and actually some philodendrons. My philodendron Brazil in my bedroom, she is like not in the darkest corner, but not in the brightest corner, but she's thriving in low light. Honestly, it depends on your plant, depends on how little of light you have. It's really a plant by plant basis. Of course, plants do much better when they have more light so they can photosynthesize and do what they need to do. So just don't put it in too of a dark place, or if you don't have the adequate light that it needs, a natural sunlight, you can always accompany it with some grow lights. And it does not have to be anything fancy. It can even be artificial lighting, a regular light bulb. I've tried it all works just fine. And as far as one of the leaves turning yellow, it could be under or over watering. Especially though if you have a plant and it's only like 1 or 2 leaves that are yellow and the rest of the plant looks completely fine and healthy, I would say don't worry about it at all. Yellow leaves, brown leaves, it's going to happen eventually. Older leaves like to die off, make room for new growth. So don't worry about it too much right now, of course, unless the plant is consistently doing it and you know something's wrong. Okay, how many plants did you kill? Which plants you used to have and won't buy again? Used to have and won't buy again is a ZZ. I got a ZZ through Facebook Marketplace. It was like $9 for like a 6-inch. I had it for 2 days and then I resold it. I don't know what it is about ZZs. I didn't love her. I just didn't. No specific reason. You know, some plants, they tug at your heartstrings, at your soul, the depths of your soul. But it did nothing for me. So I was so happy to get rid of her. However, the Raven ZZs and then I think it's the Chameleon ZZs. Correct me if I'm wrong. Whatever that ZZ is, I've been seeing those and those are really beautiful. So I might pop up with one sooner or later. So who knows? How many plants did you kill? Okay, well, this video would be like 2 hours if I go through that. But no, there's been, I don't know, have a specific number, but no, there's been definitely quite a few plants that I've killed, especially just starting out. Of course, my plant deaths now are slower, unless it's a calathea, but no, there's been a handful of ones. And I think too, that's how you just get better at doing it. You know, you keep them, you try to diagnose what's going on and stuff, and you just get better with time. Because I am by no means perfect. I still kill plants to this day. My last plant I killed, my last plant I killed, I think it was a Dieffenbachia. Real sad about that one. The Dieffenbachia snow, I think that's what it's called. That, and then another calathea I had. It was a not a rattlesnake. It was the one that looks like eyes, not the rabbit's foot. Oh, I can't think of the calathea name. Anyways, she was actually with me for almost a year, but then she just decided to give up and get spider mites and all the things. But yeah, no, I've had my fair share. What's your favorite genus and why? You know what? I thought about this question and I really don't know. I like them all. I would just say philodendron only because I've now noticed my philodendron collection is growing so big. It's like something you don't realize until after the fact. But yeah. Okay, this Syngonian is beautiful. $12 at Kroger's. I'm gonna take her out of this ugly pot though. Y'all know I throw in my white pots. I just want to clean her first. Okay, and last question. How do you support your plant addiction? Well, going back to just a few questions ago, my most expensive plant was only $54. So long story short, I told myself when I get into the plant hobby, I don't want this to become anything to where it's expensive, especially because plants, they die, they come and go. They don't live forever, not all of them. And at the very beginning, for the first almost 2 years, my most expensive plant I got was $20-ish, something like that. I just didn't go over that threshold. And y'all see, well, I've done like a couple videos on plant budget shopping things, but I do that not just for a video, but I do that in real life. I'm like, okay, I want a new plant. What's the budget I want to stay under? And I'm just going to stay under my budget because, well, I like saving money and just like being smart with my money. But yeah, so how do I support it? I just stay under budget. I don't go out of budget. Yes, there are plenty of plants that I want that are hundreds of dollars. Some that I might get soon for my birthday this coming year that I'll treat myself with. But I just learned the more I wait, the more accessible the plants will be. Like for instance, my philodendron pink princess, 8-inch for only $50, a full 8-inch for $50. Just a year ago, something like that would be like $300 or something like that. So I'm just trying to be patient for the ones that I do want that are expensive. They'll become more easier accessible. Well, not easier accessible, but more cost efficient. So yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm going to scream. I don't have my microphone.